Hello and welcome to the University Library. This lesson is on accessing newspaper databases for stories that you can make part of your research. A story from a good newspaper can be very useful for a speech, as stories often contain data about a topic or examples which can provide the kind of details that make informative and persuasive speeches both interesting and memorable. Starting at the CommStudies 101 Research Guide, click on the tab labeled Newspaper Resources. The new window that opens lists several high-quality resources for accessing newspapers. We will focus on how to use ProQuest NewsStream, as this database contains quality newspapers from across the United States, including the Argus Leader. Click on ProQuest NewsStream. A new search window opens. Enter the search terms college students on the first line, then enter social media on the second line. The right-hand side boxes have Anywhere as the default search location. Clicking on the down arrow in the box will open up an extensive list of choices. Since the selection Anywhere includes the full text, we can leave this selection unchanged. The search returns over 500,000 hits. Click on Modify Search. Now let's change our search terms in the phrases by putting quotation marks around each phrase, as in quote, college students, quote, end quote, social media, quote. This will narrow our results to just over 41,000 hits. Only use the phrase search technique when you have a commonly used phrase or phrases, as we do in this search. Just as with the Communication and Mass Media Complete database, we can use the limiters on the left-hand side of the screen to narrow our search results. Select newspapers from the choices on the left-hand side. Now we have only 12,000 plus hits. Look at the date range. We can use the slider control to narrow the range to, say, the last 5 years, and this reduces our hits to about 5,000. Let's click on Modify Search one more time. Below the second search box on the left-hand side of the screen is a circle with a plus in it. This allows us to add additional search boxes. Click on this button, then type in the keywords emotional support in the new search box and click on Enter or Search. Now we have just over 1,800 hits. Changing emotional support to the phrase quote emotional support quote using quotation marks will get us down to just over 200 hits. You will notice as you look through the titles that you may see the same story repeated in different newspapers. That's okay, but looking through these results may give you some new ideas and information to incorporate into your speeches.